Good evening, everyone. It is February 14th, 2023. This is just a 1 hour chart of the ES with full external trading hours today. I was not watching the markets, given it was CPI today. I figured it would kind of be a nonsense day, and we also had a lot of Fed talk throughout the day, producing quite a whippy session. I'm just pulling up my calendar for now, and tomorrow we do not have anyone talking, it looks like, so we should be able to get a more directional move now. Uh, Now, what I had mentioned whenever I created this weekly plan, whatever it was, Thursday or sorry, Sunday or Saturday or whatever it was, I think it was Sunday, I was looking at 4170 as the key to getting a higher upside. That was just because a lot of the volume was concentrated at the highs from the prior week. And you can see that 4170 capped us during the regular trading hours. This was our CPI spike, once again unable to accept over that 88. But during the regular trading hours, we were unable to get above that 70, instead came back down in towards the pivot area. Now, notably, we have pretty much, despite some wild swings, let's pull up another chart, despite these wild swings intraday, and here you go, just let's pull up the RTH on a 5 minute. Despite quite a session ranging, whatever this is, about 70 points or so, yeah, 66 points, despite these huge moves, we are still trading in prior week's value area. I believe the value area high is sitting at 4164, so kind of around here, and the prior week's value area low is sitting around 03, I believe, so kind of around here, near our low of the week, which is sitting at 01 quarter, I believe. So we have just been churning inside of that value area from last week. We haven't really done anything notable. Now, to that point, I want to pull up one chart here for you guys. Here we go, VWAPs. All I'm going to do is pull up some VWAP deviations from the start of the year, and you can see that our VWAP standard deviation 1 is coming in at 27.5. Now, if we just go ahead and add on a volume profile from that same time, you can see the volume has shifted up towards these highs. Let's get a 30-minute chart on just so you can see all of it. There we go. This blue line, this thick blue line, is the volume point of control, the developing volume point of control, and you can see it is now shifted up to that 4127-ish area. So in other words, all of the volume since the start of the year, we've shifted it to the highs, which in my opinion means the distribution from this accumulation off the lows is complete. This accumulation at the lows here, around the end of the year and the start of the year, is done. This markup is done, and we have had our distribution with that point of control shifting. The volume has shifted from the lows. Anyone who bought at the lows has sold out at the highs now. So what I'm going to be looking for is a move down, and I do not want to be long below here. I was saying earlier, I was saying 40.30 was the number because that was where the January point of control was. That was where a quarterly point of control was, but now that's shifted up towards 41.25. We defended that 41.30 during the regular trading hours on that sort of end of the month, end of last month. But now that's moved up towards 41.25. I don't want to be long below that volume done in this distribution because I think we're going to go ahead and flush down to lower prices now. So how does that impact what I'm looking at for tomorrow, intraday? Let's talk about it. Let's get rid of all these indicators first because there's no need for it. I have a couple lines, a couple things I'm curious about. Now, on the week so far, 44 quarter, our point of control. 25 again, roughly our main point of control in that higher time frame. So what I want to be doing is getting long off that higher time frame point of control, just because weekly value area low is sitting right around 23 for the full external trading hours, and it's a little bit higher, I believe. Yeah, right around 25 for our regular trading hours on the week. So I want to be long here just because it's kind of an area where I'd expect bulls to really step in before, and it's kind of the last spot I'd expect them to step in. I don't really want to be long around this 4100 to 4110 area because, as you can see, it'll be below significant amounts of volume, this being the 87% value area, 91 and 95. I think that's when we start breaking out to the downside. Similarly, our weekly point of control is coming at 44 quarters, so I want to be short there. The idea being that that's where our main distribution, the same 41.25 distribution, is occurring on a smaller time frame at 44 quarters. So that's where I want to be short, 44 quarter, and I also want to be short at 41.55 for the same idea as wanting to be long at 25. Is that again? It's sort of the last area where we can, where sellers can keep a lid on this. I think above that you start getting a breakout. Our all of our regular value area high, the 87% value area high, the 91%, it's all sitting at 55. So to me, you crack 55 where we can see multiple swing highs were created. You crack that 55, and I think you start breaking out to the upside. I don't think this 66 is going to hold. I think instead you start moving up. So really, I'm not looking to get long at the or get short at 66s, 75s, 88s. I will save that for another day. I will simply be trading in this area instead. I'm not going to even be trading up there. I want to be short 55, short 44s, long 25. I might switch that to 23. That is why it's highlighted. Hopefully, Globex gives me a better idea. I do not want to be long here either. I want to be short 04. It was just a nice level on that Thursday. It was nice on the Friday. It worked well on Monday. It worked well again today. 04 will be our settlement lows, I believe. Let me just double check. Oh, nope. Settlement highs will be 04. Even better. Monday high of the day. Is that correct? Let me just check. That's not correct. That's Friday's high of the day. I'll have to figure out a specific number in this 4100 to 4110 area where I want to be short. But I do want to be short somewhere around here. Somewhere between 01 half to about 07 or 05, somewhere around here. Around 01 to 06, I think, is going to be the area I want to be short. So I want to be short somewhere here, looking for a breakdown back into this balance. Similarly, I want to be short at 97s, sort of these balance highs from that Friday session. That is also where value area high is sitting at. So I want to be short there, and I want to be long at 78 after we run last week's low, for that Friday low at whatever it was, 70. Below there, not too interested in trading either. So really what I'm looking to do is trade this area here from 40.70-ish to 41.55-ish. That's how I'm going to be looking at this. Hope that makes sense. I know it's a long video, 8 minutes. They all seem to be long these days. There seems to be a lot to cover. But again, overall on a higher time frame, much higher time frame, I'm looking at this as being distribution. This entire trading area as having been distribution, and I think that distribution is complete. So I want to just be long at 25 because it is that value area low on the week that's developing, and because it is right around today's value area low from the session at 41.23. I think we can get a good bid there. And I want to be short at 44s because I think that's the more specific number that's pertinent to this week's distribution. I think it's all part of the same thing, but I think 44s will be the spot to get short. 55s is the last spot, I think, for sellers to keep a lid on this. And then below there, I want to be short 04s, short 97, and long 78 after one of that low. I want to see the bid show up for me and then just ride it back into the middle of this balance area. So that's how I'm looking at it for tomorrow. Hope that helps. Have a safe Globex. Hopefully we get a better idea of some of these levels around 41.20-ish. And that's all for me. Have a good night.